The new moon in Aries happens between late March and late April. And if you want to know a little bit more about it, stick around. I'm going to give you 5 things that you should consider doing within this new moon in Aries. And since the new moon in Aries has begun, it means that the new moon cycle has barely begun. Even though we aren't in January, the new moon has barely started for us, so we need to take it as a fresh start. Aries is the first one in the zodiac sign, so it's all about new beginnings, new things. So it's time to take action. If you have dreams, time to go for them. And if you have anything that you want to try, and if you've been wanting to try and you've been putting it off, now is the time for you to take action and take control of the situation. Number 2, make a 12-month plan. And if you are single, just make a 12-month plan for yourself. And you can do that for your career, for if you're trying to start a business, do it for that. If you already have a job, do it for that. If you are in a relationship, if you are married, do it for yourself and do it for your partner, and then do one for you together, because you are one, right? So you can do that. Plan everything out as if you're going to do it. Sometimes things don't work out later on, but right now try to think about what it is that you need to be doing for the next 12 months. Number 3 is be courageous. If you've been feeling like you're timid, you've been shy, you've been shying away from the things that you've been wanting to do, now is the time to absorb all of that Aries energy and move forward and be brave. Use that Mars energy with braveness to go and accomplish the things that you've been too afraid to do. Number 4 is to have fun. Are you having fun? Have you been spontaneous lately? And if the answer to those 2 questions is no, then you need to step up and fulfill your inner child's needs. Aries is the childlike of the zodiac. So be like your inner child and be fun. Be spontaneous. Go do something fun for you and for your inner child. The last one, number 5, is to focus on you. You need to go inwards and think about the things that you need for yourself, whether that is a change in a wardrobe, whether that is, if you have a website, change the way that your website looks, anything that has to do with you, focus on it. And if you need some time to think about it, get a journal, write it down. What is it that you need? Either mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. Write it down and give it to yourself, because if you don't give it to yourself, who else will? So that is the 5 things that I consider you do for this new moon in Aries. And if you want to stick around to find out what it is that you need to do based on your rising sign, then go ahead and do so. If you like this video so far, give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't done that already. We have 12 houses in our birth chart, and there's 12 months in a year. Each new moon happens once a month, so it is a perfect time for you to focus on one area of your chart each and every month. You will need to find out what your rising sign is to go further, and once you've done that, you can just jump in to your specific rising sign so you know what you should focus on in the new moon in Aries. Okay, so let's get right into it. If you have Aries rising, the new moon in Aries will be in your first house. And so for the next 4 weeks, I would consider you to really focus on the first house. And the first house has to do with your image, and it has to do with you, all about you. The first house rules the way that you come across to others and what your image looks like and how others see you. the image that you present to the world. Expect the way you look to change, because this is the time for you to focus on yourself, and it is the perfect time for you to give yourself a new look, a new wardrobe, get yourself a new haircut. Just experience and evolve yourself. You can no longer be looking like last year in March. You need to find a new you, a better and evolved you, of course. This new moon in Aries, you should consider wishing for courage, new beginnings, and a better self-image, and a self-direction. Aries is the beginning of the zodiac, so it's all about beginnings and jumping into the things that you are afraid to jump into, and jumping into those projects that you've been wanting to start. So I want you to visualize yourself looking exactly as you've always wished to look like. Visualize it in your mind so you can manifest it. Keep in mind that since Aries is the beginning of the zodiac, this is the start of your new 12-month cycle. Think about it as a fresh new year, fresh new you. So like I said, this new moon for you, it's all about you. It's time for self-improvement and self-development. Your personal appearance should be your top priority this month. So if that means that you've been wanting to work out, you've been wanting to go into the gym, now is the time to get in shape. Get in the kind of shape that you've been dreaming, and take a closer look at the image that you are presenting. Not only are you doing this for yourself, but you're doing this so others can see your growth. I want you to take a look at the way that you dress every single morning, even if you are in a rush. If that means getting up 30 minutes or an hour early, you need to do it. You need to walk out of your door looking fabulous, feeling fabulous. If that means you need to go find a new wardrobe, so be it. Get rid of your old one. If you haven't been wearing certain clothes for the longest, sell it, donate it, and get new clothes. And if you have a website, this is the perfect time for you to update your website, your business cards, anything that represents you, like your social media. Now is the time to amp it up and change it up. If you do meditation, I consider you say this sentence to yourself before you start your regular meditations, and that is, I allow myself to evolve and change. I want you to repeat it over and over again, all day, every day for a whole month, and see how you feel at the end of that month. A ritual that I consider you do on the new moon in Aries is to get in front of your mirror and blow your reflection a loving kiss. Sometimes there is certain times where you look at yourself and you don't feel love towards yourself, and that needs to stop, because you are one of a kind and there is no one like you. So show yourself love by giving yourself that love and affection, and tell yourself, I love you. Some things that I consider you try this month, especially on the new moon in Aries, is to surprise your friends with the new you. Go out and surprise them. Shock them. Go through your makeup and get rid of everything that is expired, everything that is old, everything that you don't use anymore, and just start over. Just start fresh. This is also a great time if you are in a relationship and you've been wanting to get married and you just don't know when it's a good time. This is the perfect time to get married. And if you're not in a relationship, this is the perfect time to meet someone, because why not meet someone when you are a brand new you? If you've been considering moving houses, this is the perfect time to do that. I consider you go out and buy something vibrant in color. If you're always doing neutrals or just one specific color like black. Go out there and get something different. Go out there and get a color that you would never get. Something that is different. Maybe consider having a facial and getting your eyes checked. Usually we forget that our eyes are very important, and it's just a little quick reminder to you to go get your eyesight checked. 3 affirmations that I consider you do to repeat over and over, especially on the new moon in Aries, is: today is the first day of the rest of my life. I take pride in my appearance, and I am brave. As you start your new lunar cycle with the new moon in your first house, connect with your power center, which is your solar plexus chakra. In other words, your Manipura. The first house is where you shine from, so it's the part of your chart that shows the world who you are. And if you're wanting to work with your chakras, I consider you work this month especially on your solar plexus. Ask yourself what you want to create in the coming 12 months as you follow the new moon around your chart. Make a list of the things that you want to do. And lastly, if you've been using mantras to better help yourself connect with yourself, I suggest you use RAM. You can chant this out loud, or you can say it silently every day, while you're in the shower, before or after you meditate, or literally anytime that feels just right for you. This is going to work to boost the chakra for you this month. Okay, so if you try all of this on the new moon in Aries, I suggest that you come back and let me know how it all went. I want to know what went through your mind, what happened afterwards. Tell me all the deets. So if you have Pisces Rising, this new moon in Aries, you're going to have to focus on your second house. Your second house is all about properties, possessions. It's all about your values and your self-worth. Your cash, your property, your talents, your assets. So this month, expect money and possessions to be the main focus for you this month. So on the new moon in Aries, wish for financial abundance, increase in self-esteem, and whatever it is that you've really been wanting, ask for it at this time. Wish for it. I want you to go ahead and visualize yourself in your ideal home. I want you to visualize being happy with your loved ones. Visualization is a very important part of manifestation. So go ahead and do that on the new moon in Aries so you can help yourself fulfill the needs for your cash, your property, and your values. I want you to ask yourself, is my life stable? And if it isn't, what steps should you take to make it so? Consider searching online, consider getting books, getting recommendations, asking others for help, for assistance, go to workshops, take a course. Do whatever it is that you need to do to take the action. So on this new moon, it's going to help you start over financially if you really focus on it. It is a time to remember that you are amazing and you are magnificent. This is the perfect time to look at your assets, the things that you are great at. How do you value yourself? What do you have to offer the world? This is a great time to work on your self-worth and your self-esteem. Love yourself. How can you find stability in your income, your finances, and your budgets? This new moon is going to support you as you work on these parts of your life. But first, you need to believe in yourself. The higher you rate yourself, the higher others are going to rate you. So make financial management a top priority this month. Think about what you really value and about what you have to offer the world. What are you good at? If you meditate and if you do like affirmations, I consider you use this sentence before you start your regular meditations, and that is, I believe in myself and what I have to offer the world. Repeat that to yourself every day, all day, as many times as you want, until you truly believe it in your bones. A ritual that I consider you do for yourself on the new moon in Aries is to write yourself a check for the amount of money that you would like to receive. So say, for instance, you've been wanting to buy a house, but the house that you've been wanting is way out of your price range. Well, go ahead and write yourself a check for that amount that the house is for. Put it in the mail, mail it to yourself, and get excited whenever you get it, as if you are getting it. Feel the feeling that you would feel as if you were to get it for real. Because if you have the feeling behind something, it manifests, it comes to life. You trick your mind into believing that you have it, so you will have it for real. That's how manifestation works. Some things that I consider you do this month, especially on the new moon in Aries, is that if you haven't started a savings account, I suggest you start one. And this is the perfect time to remind you to pay your bills, taxes, debts, anything that has to do with your finances. Get it together. If you need to hire an accountant, this is the perfect time to do that. And this is also a great time for you to show your talents. Stop hiding who you are. Like, someone out there needs you. Someone out there needs to be inspired by you. So don't hide away. Come out and show us what you got. This is also a great time for you to get a neck and a shoulder massage, and possibly invest in an expensive neck cream so you can get your partner to help you out. And if you do have a partner, this is also a great time to be spontaneous, be a little crazy, and go make love in the countryside, because why not? The 3 affirmations that I consider you do on the new moon in Aries and for the next coming 4 weeks is, I am happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. Thank you, universe. All my needs are provided for. I'm worth it. This is one of my favorite affirmations to say. It always hits the spot, and it's always a great reminder to myself of how valuable I am and how much worth I have, and plentiful and abundant. So say this all day, literally all day. I recommend it at least 3 times, but I say it all the time that I see it. I remember it. Say it for the whole month and see how your life really turns around. And since we're talking about like money and finances, I suggest you work on your root chakra so you can better help yourself get rid of any fears you may have about the material needs that haven't been met, or to get rid of stored fears about safety and survival. Your root chakra is all about your fears and your material possessions, your finances. Once you fix that, once you fix your root chakra, your finances can start to flow more freely and you can cash your coins. If you like to do mantras, I suggest you do Lam, and you can say this out loud. You can do it silently. Try to do it every day. Do it in the shower or before or after you meditate. Do it literally anytime that feels right for you. I like to do it in the shower. It's such a great way to just vibe in there and just repeat it over and over and over again. And yeah, please come back in a month and let me know how these pointers worked out for you. If you did it the whole month, tell me how you feel afterwards. Tell me if it worked out. I want to know all the deets. Okay, so if you have Aquarius Rising, you need to focus on your third house on the new moon in Aries. The third house is where you keep your communication skills, and it's all about short trips, siblings, neighbors. It's your communication zone. So it's all about communicating, listening, talking. It's all about your communication skills, spending time with your siblings. So you should expect a busy month this month. This is the perfect time to wish for the ability to express yourself clearly and to get your message across effortlessly and clearly, of course. I want you to visualize hugging someone, whether that is a family member, whether that is yourself, your younger version of you, literally anyone that you want to hug, and feeling the love and just feeling like clear-minded with them. Say you are in conflict with someone, this is a great visualization for you to encourage yourself to set things right. And if you can't set things right because of XY reasons, you can at least give yourself that feeling that it is right or that it can get right. This is the perfect time for you to ask yourself if you're speaking your truth. Are you covering up for something? And if you are, why are you doing this? This is the perfect time for you to be honest to yourself and to others. And I don't mean in a cruel way. I don't mean it in a judgmental way. I mean it in a nice as possible way as you can. Honesty doesn't have to be rude. Honesty can be kind and straightforward. So, this is the perfect time for you to brush up on your powers of communication. How well are you doing at getting your message across? So if you've been wanting something that someone else in a position can give you, you need to feel confident enough to be able to ask for it. Whether that is speaking to your boss, either by an email or by a regular conversation or even by on the phone, whatever it is, feel confident enough to ask for whatever it is that you've been wanting to ask for. It is very important to express yourself and your desires clearly and not to expect others to know you well enough to second guess yourself. This new moon is offering you the chance to start again when it comes to writing and spoken communications, and it can also signal the start of a very busy time with lots of quick, short trips and more time to spend with your siblings, your brothers, and your sisters. Now, if you do meditations, which I hope you do, I truly recommend it. I suggest you recite this sentence before you start your regular meditation, and that is, I read, listen, and learn, and I breathe deeply when I am stressed. You can say this several times a day. You can say it once a day, and make sure to say it through the whole entire month. A ritual that I suggest you do is to chant the mantra hum. This is going to boost your throat chakra and help you express yourself and brush up your communication skills. The things that I consider you to try this month is going to do with communication, and that's going to be like take a public speaking course, read books that you've had stacked up that you need to catch up on. Maybe take a little short trip and be spontaneous. If you haven't been hanging out with your siblings, go out and hang out with them. And possibly study a foreign language that you've been wanting to learn. This is the perfect time to really get to listen to others. Pay attention to what they're saying and don't just talk over them. Even if you have something to say, truly give them the space and the time for them to express themselves clearly. The 3 affirmations that I consider you do on the new moon in Aries and for the following 4 weeks is: I am expressing myself clearly, kindly, and fearlessly. I listen as much as I speak. My relationship with friends, siblings, neighbors gets better and better. You can do this every day, multiple times a day. I suggest you do it at least 3 times a day, but it's totally up to you. And do it for 4 weeks right after the new moon in Aries and see how these affirmations help you out. The mantra, like I had suggested for you, is hum. And you can say this out loud. You can do it silently. You can say it while you're in the shower. You can put some mantra music meditation while you're in the shower or while you're driving to work, while you're meditating. This is going to help your chakra for this month get boosted. And since we're talking about chakras, the chakra, of course, that you should work on this month is your throat chakra, which is your Vishuddha. And this is going to help you clearly express yourself. As expression and this chakra are closely tied together when it comes to manifesting. This can help you create the life of your dreams because words are like spells. You speak them and they happen. Your word is your wand. This is the chakra from which you express your will, and your will affects your life. How strong is your will? Work on this month. And that is all I have for you, but you should really consider doing all of this for starting the new moon in Aries for the whole month. And then let me know how it went for you. What changed? How did your mindset change? How did your perception change? Come back next month for next month's new moon. Alright, so if you have Capricorn Rising, you should focus on your 4th house. And your 4th house is all about your home, family, and all that entails your private life. So your home and your family. It's going to be all about your home, your family, where you come from, where home is at, and what family means to you. This month, expect issues related to home and family. But don't worry because issues can be good and bad. And you can always find a way to resolve them. I suggest you wish for a happy and a healthy home life. I want you to visualize a perfect day out or in if you like to stay in with your family or with the people that you love and that feel like family to you. I want you to truly visualize that perfect day. I want you to ask yourself, well, more like an idea to keep in mind. Where is your home? Where do you come from? Where do you belong? As in, like, your roots, where's your family from? Do you know your ancestors? Do you know what they did? Like, do you know your roots? If you don't know questions like this, I consider you ask your family. Ask them all about what your family used to be like, your ancestral line. get to know your roots so you can better answer what home means to you. If you do meditations, which I truly consider you do, is to do this sentence before you start your meditation, and that is, I know where I belong. And truly feel confident when you say that. And if you don't know where you belong, if you don't truly feel it, try to figure it out. A ritual that I consider you try this month, especially on the new moon in Aries, is to draw a picture of your family. And it doesn't have to be super talented. It can literally be stick figures. Draw them on a piece of paper and then put a heart around them. And then visualize sending each one of them love. True love. And the things that I consider you try this month is to have a garage sale. Get rid of everything that you don't need in your house anymore. And this is a very important one, since we are talking about home and family, is to hug your parents. Sometimes you get older or you have a fight or something happens and you stop giving your parents hugs, and that shouldn't be, like, your parents, they give you life. They're your parents. And I know not everybody's situation is all happy and merry, but that's why you need to focus on your family and your home this month. You need to fix it. Everything that isn't right, you should at least try your best to fix, so it can be right, so it can be fixed. Maybe you can go through your photo album and just organize it. Maybe you can do a photo collage, or get a new photo album and print more pictures out, or put all the pictures that you have on your phone on a digital hard drive so you can have them stored. Invite your friends over. Have conversations with them. Talk to them. This is a great time to decorate and renovate your home. Make it feel comfortable. Make your home feel like a home. Make your house feel like a home. Because you can have a house, but if it doesn't feel like a home, it's not a home. And talking about home, this is also a great time to sell your house if you've been thinking of changing locations. That's also a good thing to do at this time. And like I had said, go ask your grandparents about your family history. This is something very important that you should know about your family, about your ancestral line. The top 3 affirmations that I consider you try this new moon in Aries and for the next coming 4 weeks for you is to recite the following 3 every day, please. And that is, I love my family and my family love me. I am safe and all is well. I love my home. And when you say this, feel like, touch your chest where your heart is at and truly feel love coming out of you while you're saying those words. The mantra that I suggest you do this month is Om. And you can chant this out loud or you can speak it silently. You can do it while you're in the shower, put like a song and just have it repeated on replay, on repeat. You can do it before or after you're meditated, or you can do it at any time that feels just right for you. And this is going to help you boost the chakra, which is your third eye for the month. And that the third eye chakra is the one that you need to work on this month, because it will help your intuition increase enormously if you use the cycle you're in to boost it. Intuition is something that can help all of us in our personal and professional life. So that is it for you. And if you try all of this for the whole month, I want you to come back at the end of the month and let me know how it all went. Go ahead and save it so you don't lose track of it. And let me know how it went for you. Let me know if you learned something from yourself, if it worked out for you. Let me know all the deets, okay? So if you have Sagittarius Rising, you should focus on your 5th house on the new moon in Aries. Your 5th house is the part of your chart that relates to sexy romance, creativity, and children, whether that is yours if you have them, or the people around you, like your family members. So it's your fun zone. It's going to be all about creativity, kids, romance. It can be one of those, or it can be all three of those. So this is going to be a good month for you. Expect fun, laughter, time with kids, creative surges, and I recommend that you wish for to remember that life is a game, so just have fun. I want you to visualize having a good time with people that you love, whether that is family, whether that's friends, whoever makes you feel love. I want you to visualize having a good time with them. The idea that you should keep in mind is that life is as fun as you make it, so make it fun. This part of your chart is being triggered, relates to the three main areas, which is creativity, children, and sexy romance. Where creativity is concerned is if you're a bit of a closet artist, this is the perfect time for you to come out of the closet and show the world what you have in store for us. We want to see all the creativity splurging out of you. We want to see that authentic self of you come out. And where sexy romance is concerned, budding new romances are possible, or old romances could feel brand new if you make the most out of this month. So, look for ways to inject more erotic fun. Have fun with your partner. Do something that you haven't done in a while, or try something new. Spice up your connection with your partner. And kids, whether you have them or they're someone else's kids, this is the perfect time for you to hang around them because they don't have any worries except for having fun. And that is the energy that you need right now. If you meditate, which I truly recommend that you start if you haven't done it, I suggest you recite this sentence before you start your meditation, and that is, my inner child will have a ball this month. A ritual that I suggest you try this month, even though it sounds a little silly, is to laugh out loud for a good minute or two. Sometimes when things aren't going our way, we feel mad, sad, depressed, and it might feel like it's been a while that we haven't laughed. Maybe someone hasn't made us laugh in a while. So just literally start laughing. It can be in your room, in your restroom, go hide. Literally, if you're walking in the middle of the street and you're listening to this or you're in your car, just bust out laughing. Do it for yourself. Trick your mind into thinking that you are having such a great ass time and you are laughing and enjoying yourself. The things that I consider you try this month is to do something exotic, like take up a belly dance class, or do something erotic or physical, something that sums up your 5th house. And with creativity, try to do something. Try to use your creativity and create something for a kid, whether that's your own kid or your neighbor's kids, your nieces, your nephews. Try to make some type of toy for someone. And if you don't have a partner, a spouse, try to take a lover and go on an adventure. Take your lover on an adventure. Write a short story, paint, draw, anything that feels creative to you, do it. Do something that typifies your idea of fun. Whatever fun is to you, do it. If that is throwing a party, do it. Be responsible, of course, but do it. The top 3 affirmations that I consider you repeat on the day of the new moon in Aries and for the next coming 4 weeks is: life is sweet. I now release my inner child for some fun. I am a creative being and my juices are flowing. You can say this 3 times a day, a bunch of times a day. Just repeat it all day, every day for a whole month, because I want to know how this changes for you. The mantra for you this month is VAM. I want you to chant it out loud, or you can say this silently. Do it every day. Do it in the shower, before or after you meditate. Do it at any time that feels just right for you. This month, your sacral chakra is the chakra that you should give more attention to. This is the chakra associated with food and sex, which is how you apt for the part of your chart that's all about having fun. It's all about your ability to know what you want, what will help you to enjoy life, and what will feel good to you. It's all about your willingness to feel your emotions and to allow yourself to have a good time. Okay, so that is it if you need to work on your 5th house. And I want you to try this out, and at the end of the month, come back and let me know how it all went for you. Let me know how you felt. Let me know what things worked for you, how things changed for you, how your mindset changed. Let me know all the details. Okay? Okay, so if you have Scorpio Rising, you need to focus on your 6th house in the new moon in Aries. The 6th house is ruled by the body and the mind, the well-being, your daily work, and your health routines. Expect a chance to change your daily habits or your job description. Wish for the opportunity to help other people and visualize seeing yourself adopting a very healthy new habit or continuing with an existing one that you've been doing already. The idea that you should keep in mind is healthy body, healthy mind. There really is a connection, as it is for the 6th house of your chart that is being triggered. It is time to work on that connection. This is a once a year chance to really clean up your system and to reap the benefits of a cleaner, leaner life. So if you haven't been looking after yourself, problems may come up and you are going to need to pay attention and do what it needs to be doing to your body. So let's say something hurts. You're not going to just take a pill. Like, you need to figure it out why it's hurting. This is the perfect time to join the gym or take up exercise routines that you've been slipped out. This is the most important part of your chart about your health. You need to focus on your health, and if that means that you need to give up smoking or you need to alter your diet, you need to pay attention to your body. Whatever it is that you need to do for your health, you need to give it to yourself. Give it up. Give up smoking. Give up whatever it is, that bad habit that you've been doing. Give it up for your health, for you. If you do meditation, which I truly recommend you do, is to use this meditation sentence before you start your regular meditation, and that is, my well-being is my number one focus this month. So the things that I consider you to try this new moon in Aries is to renew your gym membership, or just start one in general. Start going again. If you had already had one, start going again. And if you don't like the gym, that's fine. Commit to walking regularly or doing yoga or anything that gets you moving, whether that's like a dance class or anything. You just have to move. You just have to go. Go about doing something. Think about your diet. It's not going to take care of itself. So you need to look at the things that you are ingesting and ask yourself, is this really necessary? This house also rules services to others, so help someone out this month. And if you've been having concerns at work, speak to your boss about it and let him know. If you need positive thinking, read some books about it. Eat healthy lunches or dinners for the whole month. And if you haven't learned how to meditate, this is the perfect time for you to learn to meditate. The top 3 affirmations that I consider you to do this new moon in Aries is: I am more and more organized every day. I give wonderful service for wonderful pay. My well-being is my priority and I am getting back on track. You can do that every day, a couple of times a day. I suggest a minimum 3 times a day so you can really get it in your brain and marinate it in there. The mantra that I suggest for you this month is hum. You can chant it out loud. You can say it silently. Do it every single day. You can do it while you're in the shower, before or after you meditate, or at any time that feels good for you. This is going to help you boost your chakra of the month. And your chakra for the month is your throat chakra. So this month, work on your throat chakra. The throat chakra is all about communication and will and learning to reach for what you want in life. Work on this chakra by visualizing a spinning sky blue light at the base of your throat. So that is it for you. If you need to work on your 6th house, I really recommend you try these things. And if you do try these things out for the whole month, at the end of the month, come back and let me know how it all went for you. I want to know what you have to say and all your details. Okay? Okay, so if you have a Libra rising, you're going to be focusing on the 7th house. Your 7th house is all about marriage, your beloved, your exes, people you consider enemies, commitment, and VIPs. So, the new moon in Aries, you need to focus on your 7th house, which is also known as your love zone. It's going to be all about love, marriage, relationship, and this can include business partnerships, friends, and foes. You can expect issues related to love and relationship to come up, but hopefully you'll sort this out because you got this and you can do this. You should wish for the best relationships you can have with all the people around you, whether that is friendships, partnerships with a spouse, with your family, with your parents, with your siblings, with your neighbors, all kinds of relationships. Wish for the best relationships with people all around you. Visualize yourself face to face and palm to palm with someone that you love or someone that you might be in conflict with. And visualize you guys being more in tune with each other and understanding each other and feeling the love within each other. An idea that you should keep in mind is I am you and you are me. We're all one. Even though the 7th house is all about our most important relationships, use this month to contemplate the idea that underneath all the egos and the differences, we are all one. We're all connected to all life everywhere. So this is the month to clean up your relationships. And since this new moon, you need to focus about your relationships. You should ask yourself, if you're too attached, what can you do to make your love brand new? Do you still need to let go of the past? How confident do you feel about your love skills? Right now is the time to go out on a blind date if you are not in a relationship. And if for whatever reason you can't let go of your ex, maybe you want some reassurance, maybe you want you want to feel better, go ahead and give them a call. Go ahead and get closure. Go ahead and meet up with them so you can get closure for yourself. Try to work things out. You don't have to be in a relationship, but if it means that you can work things out and make it balanced, then that is something that you should try to achieve. Since the seventh house is all about balance, cooperation, and doing what's right. So this is perfect timing for that. If you meditate, which I consider you do, I suggest you say this sentence before you start your regular meditation, and that is, I'll do what I know I need to do to feel more confident about love. And to get into the spirit of love, I suggest you do like a little mini ritual, sending someone a love note, someone that you love. And this can be either through like a regular, through the mailbox, or even through an email. Just, I want you to give someone that feeling of love by receiving either paper or an email. Things you should consider trying this new moon in Aries is to go through your old love letters, love stuff from maybe your exes, and just get rid of them, Get rid of the stuff that you no longer need from the past, especially is from exes or from people that you don't associate with anymore. Start fresh, And if you're single and you're feeling brave, go on a date, try online dating, go on speed dates, go on a blind date. Ask your parents or whoever you see that is in a great relationship, ask them for advice. Ask them how to make love work. If you are married and in a partnership, recommit to your partner. Sometimes we lose track of how we fell in love or how we felt when we were in love. Recommit to your partner and fall in love all over again. And also, if you've hurt anyone in the past, now is the perfect time for you to admit you were wrong and to apologize. This is perfect to heal not only yourself, but that person. If you aren't in a relationship, I consider you make a list of the qualities that you look for in a partner. What are those qualities that you must have? What are the must-haves? So you can try to look for them whenever you go and find a partner. And if you are already in a relationship and you are happy, and if you have a friend, a sibling, someone around you that isn't with someone and isn't happy, try to match them up with someone you might think would be a good vibe for them. Be a matchmaker. So the top 3 affirmations that I consider you repeat on this new moon and for the coming 4 weeks is, I love you and I love me. I am easy to get along with. All my relationships are harmonious. I am free of the past. My relationships are now resolving themselves. Okay, so the mantra that I suggest for you this month is yum. You can chant it out loud. You can say it silently. You can do it every single day while you're in the shower, before or after you meditate, or at any time that feels right for you. And this is going to help you boost your chakra of the month. And your chakra that you need to work on this month is your heart chakra, of course. Because the seventh house is all about relating to other people, and that usually means to lovers and to exes. But it can also mean to people we regard more as fake friends. Okay, so try to focus on your heart chakra this month, and during your meditations, see it as a gorgeous, glowing emerald green spinning disc. Open your heart chakra and open your heart to love. Alright, well, that is it for you. If you need to focus on your seventh house, I want you to give this a try for the whole month, and at the end of the month, come back and let me know how it all went for you. Give me all the deets. Okay, so if you have Virgo Rising, this new moon, you need to focus on your 8th house. And your 8th house is about anything that has to do with taboo subjects, such as sex, death, taxes, and also people's money, joint financial ventures. This new moon is all about other people's money and how it combines with yours. So you can expect a chance to inject newness into your finances or into your sex life. The 3 things that you should wish for on this new moon is more money, better sex, and to overcome any fear that you may be having. I want you to visualize having more than enough money. What would you do with that money? And also visualize having the best sex-based visualization so you can manifest all of those visualizations into reality. So now is the time to attend your cash setup and see how good you feel about it. And are you confident that you are on the right track? Can you meet your bills you know you have ahead of you? And if not, is there something you can do to better situate yourself to be more prepared? On this new moon for you, it is a great time to seek a financial advisor, or to go and find a weekend business seminar to help you better understand the financial basics if you don't know them. This part of your chart also begins with triggering with your deep and dark kinky stuff like sex. And if you are having intimacy issues, now is a perfect time for you to work on that, tackle that situation. If you meditate, which I really consider it, I want you to recite the following sentence before you start your regular meditation, and that is, I tackle my cash problems head on. I want you, if you haven't been feeling very sexy lately, I want you to go and order something online or go to the store and buy something very sexual, something that you will feel very sexy in. And I want you to go out of town and literally walk around, let everyone see you in your most sexiest outfit. I want you to feel sexy, walking and knowing that people are seeing you. Things I consider you try doing this new moon is to pay off a loan, or if you need one, take one out. Open a savings account and make your first deposit. Cancel a credit card if you know you can't afford it. Ask for a pay raise if you've been doing amazing and you know you deserve it. Refinance your mortgage if that suits you. And if you have a partner, talk dirty to your partner. Get all sexy with them. And if you do have a partner, try different sexual positions for the first time, or if you haven't done it in a long time, bring it back. Get creative. The top 3 affirmations that you should repeat on this new moon and for the next coming 4 weeks is: I am taken care of materially. All of my financial needs are being met. My sex life is so wonderfully healthy. And you can say this a couple of times a day, or at the very least 3 times a day: morning, midday, and at night. The mantra that I suggest you do this month is VAM, and you can say this out loud, chant it out loud, or you can say it silently. I recommend doing it in the shower, while you are showering. You can do it before or after you're meditated, and anytime that feels good for you. Really, just listen to your body. This is going to help you boost the chakra of the month. And the chakra of the month that I consider you work on is the sacral chakra. Your sacral chakra is all about creativity, food, sex, and to get this chakra into good shape, this cycle, imagine a spinning orange disc about halfway up the lower half of your abdomen, between your navel and the top of your legs. And I really hope you consider all of this starting on the new moon in Aries and doing it for the whole month. And if you do, I want you to come back and let me know if this helped. Let me know all the deets on how it worked out for you. Okay, so if you have Leo Rising on this new moon in Aries, you need to focus on your 9th house. And your 9th house is where you see the big picture, where you expand your horizons, where you can look for studies, where you can see where you can travel to, where you think about the great cosmic quest, your big journey, your life purpose type of thing. It is known as the big picture, and it's going to be all about adventure, travel, and your personal development. So you should expect new and potentially exciting development related to travel, study, the internet, publishing, and of course, the great cosmic quest. So I suggest you wish to see the bigger picture of your life and to invoke gratitude into everything that you receive and everything that you have. Visualize yourself wherever you would like to be on holiday so you can manifest it, so you can bring it into reality. The idea that you should keep in mind is we are all divine beings, and this 9th house is strongly associated with the spiritual quest. The 9th house planet, Jupiter, is there too. And as you will see, hear me tell you that it is associated with the 9th house about divine. It is associated with the crown chakra, which is connecting us to where? The heavens. So, like I said, this part of your chart is being ruled by Jupiter, which is the planet of expansion. So whether you're expanding your mind by studying or traveling or by talking to well-traveled people or through doing a personal development course, you have the chance right now to broaden your horizons. This cycle is all about your faith and your beliefs. And if you know that right now you're being rigid, perhaps clinging on to what you were taught as a child, rather than forming your own opinions, someone could come along right now and help you change that or force you to look a different route, look a different way, and rethink your philosophies. This is also a great time to break out of routine and to get a little more freedom. Stretch your mind. Try new things. If you meditate, which I truly consider you do, I suggest you say this sentence before you start your regular meditation, and that is, life is an adventure and I love it. So this month I will, and what will you do? You fill in the blank. For a ritual, I suggest you think about where you want to travel to and go look for a picture of wherever. Say you want to go to Europe. You've been wanting to go to Europe for the longest. Go on the internet or get a magazine and cut out a picture and put it on your wall where you can see it every day so you can remind yourself of the plans or where you will be. The things that I consider you do on this new moon is to find a way to explore the world, to read books if you haven't done that, do a personal development course, manifest a spiritual teacher, think about what you have faith in and what you don't, become friends with someone across the world, have something you've written published if you are a writer. Go out there, explore your horizons. 3 affirmations that I consider you do on this new moon and for the next coming 4 weeks is, I know that I am blessed. Life is an adventure. The world is my oyster. So the mantra that I suggest you do this month is, you can chant it out loud, you can say it silently, you can do it in the shower how I usually do it, you can do it before or after you meditate, or at any time that you feel called to do it. And this is going to boost your chakra of the month. And like I said, your chakra of the month is your crown chakra, which is a violet and located at the top of your head. The crown chakra connects us to the divine, and it is the seat of our cosmic consciousness. In other words, the part of us that knows we are part of God. That we're a spiritual being having a human experience. That we are all connected to the divine grace and divine love. And to stimulate this chakra, imagine a spinning violet disc at the very top of your head. And do more research on how you can connect to your crown chakra. Now, if you do this for the whole month, I want you to come back and let me know how it all played out for you. Let me know how you felt, and let me know what you found out of yourself, that quest. Okay, so if you have Cancer Rising, you're going to be focusing on your 10th house this new moon. And the 10th house rules ambition, career, life goals, and what you're known for. So, like your professional life. So during this new moon, it's going to be all about your career and your reputation. You should expect a chance to get ahead professionally. So I want you to wish to help others go through whatever work situation you're going through. If someone at work needs help, go and help them. Or visualize you helping others through your work. I want you to visualize yourself giving a talk, a speech, or a lecture, or whatever, on whatever it is that you are an expert at. The idea that you should keep in mind is that there's everything right with wanting to leave your mark on the world, or to be known for having done something. Whether you're ambitious to be a great parent or a great friend, or you want to do something more visible, it's okay to aim high. This new moon is important for career-minded folks because it's all about your professional life, and it's time to start a new business if that's what you've been thinking about. And it's time when your past efforts at the office could also be rewarded. If you've been putting in the work, ask for an increase or a promotion because you earn it if you've been doing the hard work. And even if you don't get an actual promotion, you're far more likely to be recognized for the efforts during the coming month that is ahead of you. This is also a perfect time for you to think about your future and what you want for yourself. Are you heading in the right direction to achieve your aims, your ambitions, and your goals? And if you're not, what can you do about it? A meditation booster that I suggest you do is to say this before your regular meditations, and that is, hard work breeds long-term success for me. And you can say this several times a day, every day for a whole month. Now, if for whatever reason you aren't in your ideal, like you don't have your ideal job, I suggest you write out your ideal job description and read it out loud every day for this month so you can be in the feeling that you do that is your job description. The things that I consider you try this month on this new moon is to speak to your boss about how you're doing. Possibly get a promotion, like I said. Help a work friend out. Maybe they're going through a rough time and they don't know how to work things out. Check that you're not being too status mad. If you've been planning on starting a business, this is the perfect time to do that. Apply for a new job and do it with confidence. When you've earned it, take the credit. Don't let anyone else take credit for you. And this is also a great time to plot your next best career move. Now, the 3 affirmations that I consider you do on this new moon and for the coming 4 weeks is, I am going places. It's wonderful to be so successful. I love seeing my plans work out. The mantra for you this month is RAM. You can say it out loud, you can say it silently, you can do it in the shower, before or after you meditate, or at any time that feels right to you. This is going to help you boost your chakra of the month. And your chakra of the month is the solar plexus. It's one of those that you focus and it can help you shine. It's at the top of your chart and it's where you make your mark on the world. This part of your chart, it's all about your career and your ambitions. It's what the world will know you for and about your social status and your public image. So, research solar plexus, chakra, and work on that this month. So that is all that I have for you. And if you try all of this for an entire month, let me know how you feel. Let me know the outcomes. So come back and save it so you can let me know. Okay, so if you are a Gemini Rising, you are going to be focusing on your 11th house for this new moon. The 11th house is of hopes and wishes. It rules friends, connections, and your social circle. So basically your friend zone. And it's all about your friends, your social circle, and your hopes and dreams. So expect the chance for a wish to come true or for a friendship to blossom. You should wish for anything really that you want to. Just wish away and hope for everything that you wish to come true. Visualize yourself with your wishes coming true or surrounded by your friends. Visualize yourself as you receive your wishes and how you feel once you receive those wishes coming to life. An idea to keep in mind is that there is no need to go through life alone. If you're spiritually evolved enough to be reading or listening to this, You are able to go out into the world and make friends. The 11th house brings to mind the expression, no man or woman is an island. So the message that I have for you right now is that there are two main focuses for you this month. The first one being your hopes and your dreams. It is said that when the sun moves through your 11th house, as it is doing right now, your powers of wishing are supercharged. So in other words, be extra careful for what you wish for, because it might come true. The other focus will be your friends and the networks and the groups you belong to. How confident do you feel about the places with those groups? How do you feel in your friend group? Are your needs being met? And if they are not, what can you do about it? New friends are extra likely to come into your life right now, so be aware of that. If you meditate, which I truly recommend it, I suggest you say this before you start your regular meditation, and that is, the friendly people find the friendly people every time. You can say this several times a day for a whole month. And a ritual that I suggest you do this month, especially on the new moon in Aries, is to throw a party at your place. This is a very vital, valid ritual to do, so just do it consciously. Things that I consider you to do this new moon in Aries is to sign up for an evening class in something you've always wanted to do. What is something that you've always tried or wondered about? Sign up for it and give it a whirl. Ask your friends to introduce you to some of their friends so you can have more friends. Wish on a star every night for this whole month. Introduce a childhood pal to a friend from your life right now and have them meet. Say hi to someone you see basically every day, but you never say anything to them. You just pass by them without speaking to them. Maybe you'll find something interesting. Maybe you'll become friends. You never know. Even if you're not in the same age range. And since we are talking about the friend zone here, if you have a best friend, this is the perfect time for you to thank your best friend for always being there for you in the good times and in the bad times. The 3 affirmations that I consider you do this month on the new moon in Aries is, I am connected to all life everywhere. I love my friends and my friends love me. My dreams are now manifesting under grace in perfect ways. The mantra that I suggest you do this month is Om. You can chant this out loud. You can speak it silently. You can say it every day while you're in the shower, which is my favorite thing to do while I'm in the shower, before or after you meditate, or basically at any time that feels just right for you. This is going to help you boost the chakra of the month. And your chakra that you should focus on this month is your third eye. When you start to make wishes, as it is indicated by the 11th house, it's so important to bear in mind what our intuition is telling us. If we secretly already know we can't have what we're dreaming of, we will not manifest it. So you have to feel like you already have it. You have to feel that feeling whenever, like for instance, you want money. Whenever you get money, you get excited, right? So get excited that you are going to get money. But instead of saying, I'm going to get money, say, I already have the money. So like I was saying, this month, you're going to be working on your third eye. It's going to be effectively and energetically opened a portal or a gateway to your intuition and even to your psychic self. Give it a workout this month by seeing a spinning between your brows. It is a wonderful and uplifting indigo color. Do more of a research on this. There's a lot of stuff online that you can try. to work on your third eye chakra. If this is the first time that you've listened to this and it's the first time that you're going to try to work on your chakra, I recommend you not start with your third eye because that's not a very good idea. But anyways, if you give this a whirl, let me know how everything goes by the end of the month. Tell me how things worked out. Save this video and come back within a month and tell me all about it. Okay, so if you have Taurus Rising, you are going to be focusing on 12th house. And your 12th house is the deepest and most sensitive part of your chart. It relates to your fears, your spirituality, and what is hidden. It's about your secret and most private self. So expect a period of a few weeks when you'll want to retreat from the world and just be by yourself. So the thing that you need to wish for is inner peace. You should visualize yourself in a cosmic bubble at one with the universe. The idea that you should keep in mind is that it's okay to take time out to meditate and contemplate. It has been a year since the giver of life, the sun, was in your sign. So by now you may be feeling as though you're running low on power. So use this month to process what has gone on in the past 12 months and what you want for the year ahead. When the sun crosses your ascendant, which is your rising sign, and it moves back into your first house, which will be next month. When the new moon is in your 12th house, it's energizing the part of your chart that relates to dreams and to all the things secret and spooky. This part of your chart is being triggered and affected by the side of yourself that you don't tell others about. It's about your secret self, your shadow side, and your unconscious self. So, trusting your dreams is a great idea now because the moon in this part of your chart can bring so much to the surface. So pay attention to your dreams. And if you can, right away, write down what you're dreaming of right away whenever you wake up. So you can investigate what the dreams are about. So you can find out what those dreams mean. It's also a great time to get in touch with your spiritual side by doing things like yoga and meditating. So yoga exercises the body, but if you do yoga and meditation, this can calm your mind and help you get closer to your core self. And if you don't understand what that means, sign up for a meditation class. Go on a yoga course, go into a yoga class, and have them explain everything to you so you can be more in tune with your body. Since you are in your 12th house and that is the last one, it is basically the end of another cycle. So it's time to let go of what isn't working for your life and make room for what is to come. If you do meditate or if you start meditating, I suggest you say this to yourself before you start your regular meditation, and that is, my dreams are my guide. A ritual that I suggest you do on the new moon in Aries is to write a list of your fears, and when you've done that, go ahead and safely burn it. Get rid of it. Things that I consider you try this new moon in Aries is to make like a yogi and bend yourself into a pretzel. Take time out from the mad social world, disconnect from social media. Keep your phone near your bed so whenever you wake up, you can dictate your dreams into it whenever you wake up. Face one of your biggest fears this month and deal with it by thinking about where it is coming from. Your fears come from something. They don't just pop out of nowhere. They come from something, from a problem, a situation. So just go deep down. Trust your intuition. Maybe get into meditation. Like I said, if you haven't done meditation, this is going to help you a lot. And if you are into writing, into poetry, into making songs. This is perfect time to write like a poetry, something that comes from your heart. And this is also a great time to share one of your secrets. Let us know one of your secrets. The 3 affirmations that I consider you do on this new moon is: it's okay to say no. Inner peace is my focus. I now release my fears. The mantra that I suggest for you this month is ah. Chant it out loud. Do it silently if you wish. You can say it in the shower like I do, or do it before or after meditation. Basically, you can say it at any time that feels right for you, and this is going to help you boost the chakra of the month. And your chakra of the month is your crown chakra. So this month, you need to focus on your crown chakra, which sits at the very top of your head, and it is your connection between heaven and earth. Just as the 12th house is about the spiritual and the mysterious, so is your crown chakra. This is going to connect you with the cosmic and the mystic. It's the seat of cosmic consciousness, and it connects us with the divine intelligence and grace. It is a channel or portal, and through it, divine information pours out. It is a center for trust, inspiration, and happiness. So see a spinning little violet light on your head where your crown is when you are meditating. And that is it for you if you need to focus on your 12th house. If you give this a whirl, if you give this a try for the whole month, let me know how you feel at the very end. So go ahead and like it or save it so you can come back and let me know. Give me all your details. And as always, if you enjoyed this video and if you found it very informative, give me a thumbs up. And again, don't forget to follow me if you haven't. And if you are already a follower, thank you so much. I will continue to make more of these videos in the future. Bye.